Welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn. It is year 2 and we are a number of 2. Yes, there's Grave back there. I didn't get Dan into it before he rotted away, but there you go. Dan didn't make it. And we nearly didn't make it to here either. You'll remember at the end of the last episode that he'd fainted out here. It was heat stroke. And no matter how many different avenues I tried to save him, he's dead within 18 hours. These two, if you have a look at their health, so where's her heat tolerance? Her heat tolerance is anything below 51 degrees centigrade, which is really high. It wasn't that high initially. It was 41. I don't know. I guess the clothes help? The hat helps or something? I don't know. And he is currently at the same, anything below 51. I think it might be the hat. The issue was, no matter what I tried, I couldn't make any solution fast enough. It was just too late. So he would be recovered. He would lie down. 10 a.m. the next morning, he would get up and pass out. He'd wake up 6 hours later and die. And it's not enough time to do anything. So I couldn't save him. Just couldn't save him. I ummed and ahed about that a lot because I thought, well, are we actually going to be able to keep going with only 2 people? Because the only way we're going to get more people is to get the research done into long distance travel and then build a balloon and then fuel said balloon, and I don't think we have any more fuel left. No, we have no fuel. We're not making any fuel. I don't know how we're going to fuel these things. They are running out of fuel. This thing is fueled, but I guess the next colony ship I'll have to buy fuel, I suppose, and see what I can sell or buy fuel. But with these 2, I have spent all my time recovering from insect attacks. So we'll recover from an insect attack and build all the base defenses back up, and then we'll have another insect attack. And things like rain and thunderstorm and toxic clouds and all sorts of things don't help. What I am currently trying to do is just get them enough clothes. So we're currently missing pants, and I can't build pants till we have more cloth, and I can't make more cloth till we get more purple leaf. Which Kana should be going to do now by the looks of things. And once we have enough, although we're trying to farm it here, but we had a horde of insects come through and they ate our stuff. So whether we can actually survive this or not, with only 2 of us, I simply don't know. I was hoping that I would bring you in on day 12 and day 24 and 36 and 48 and so on. And that might still be the case, but I feel like we've gone back to walking along a very thin razor's edge. They only just managed to survive the last giant mantis attack. That's these things here. We just don't have enough people and time to do the stuff that we need to do. This stuff actually has things in it that need to be hauled, and all kinds of various other bits and pieces. So there's a lot. There's nothing to do. I haven't got them doing anything. I think I've got these things set to scavenge, and I'm trying to get Kana to just harvest this purple leaf so we can make cloth for pants. I'm trying to grow food because we are down to 43 insect meat, and we are down to 15 emergency rations. I don't even have a fire going, although I should probably try and get that lit. Although I don't even have anything, so there's no point in lighting it. So we got fruit coming, so that's good. I need cloth, and I need canna, and I probably need Quinn to stop salvaging, to be honest, and doing something completely different, although what that might be, currently I have no idea. Maybe he can help with the harvesting, possibly the crafting. What's his crafting skill? Activities for crafting. He is a 3. A trade battleship. Let's see. Well, they have lots of emergency rations, and they have fuel. We don't have a lot of money, and we don't have a lot of things that we could sell. What do they want to buy? They want to buy antibiotics. We have 100. We're never going to need 100. I could sell the equivalent of about 20 of those. That would get us 4.8 thousand. And with that 4.8 thousand, we could buy another 8 emergency rations. Go for it. That's what we need. We need food. So there you go. Oh, if she writes a short story, we can sell those for about 1.6k. Kind of reached intellect 3, so we can, I think we can renegotiate. Where's that short story? Look, they've got some great weaponry. I'd love to have some. Short story 1600. I got 4 of them. Oh, there you go. Well, we got 4 of those. Still not enough to buy any good. What's that? A respirator mask. Sure, it's breathing during toxic events. Dust storms. It's very nice, but. There you go. We bought another 12. And another 20 fuel. And we're still only up on that deal. So we'll try and move on with that. I think, yeah, he's happy. Have we got enough stuff here yet? We do. So that can go up. And she can craft some cloth. Maybe we can finish getting some pants. I feel like if we get some clothes done, then what? If we can get some clothes done, then I feel like they'll be protected from the elements enough. I can maybe see about what. Really got to prioritizing bringing in the food. We really need a better base. Really need better base. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Need to get these flamethrowers completed. That means alloys. So try and see, we've come up with a little bit more food now that we've got some more veggies going. We'll get this additional stuff in from the battleship. I'll get Quinn back on this job, scavenging. Can't trade that apparently. Well, that's a shame. Oh, because she's reading it? Stop reading it. She's read it? Is that it? It's been in use. You've taken one away. Its value has been destroyed because you have read it. Down to 3. Okay, yes, that's fine. So I thought I had kinda do stuff, but Did I not have? Can I do that? We're out of resources. Does that mean it's done already? It is indeed. Right. So some pants. We'll get some pants. Or it's only one set of pants, mind you. And we can then talk about he needs to haul some butter now. Yeah, so that's it. So we got this built. I got the floor built in the end. But I'm now really slowing down, and it's reached a kind of, I mean, I was saying to you, it was a very steep hill and I wasn't even getting up on top of it with 3 people. And I'm not really sure how far we can actually go with this. I feel like I have perhaps made it really very difficult. And without having modern weaponry, with having only 2 people who could regularly fight, I don't think the vegetarianism really mattered one way or the other, to be absolutely honest. One pair of pants for her, so at least she's going to be actually fully clothed. It's the first time someone's been clothed in quite some time. And we're out of resources again, and we're out of resources again. So it's, yes, it's very interesting. I feel like it's just a duration of the inevitable, and you know, maybe giving me some forewarning, because if we go back and restart, I'm gonna have to renegotiate these people's loadouts, I think, because it's, if I can't make it from here, then I feel like going back and doing the same thing isn't going to be any better, and it's not really going to be any better for you, because it's going to take me a lot of time, and we could end up back in a situation where I have to scrap it and start again, and have to scrap it and start again, I have to scrap it and start again. And that's great, but 6 months from now I'd be like, hey, look, we got episode 2. So I think if we don't make it, what I'm going to do is go back and give them some kind of a decent loadout in terms of weaponry, at least, and literally and metaphorically give us a fighting chance. And I'll stick with the same 3 people, but a definitely a better equipped loadout, and see if that doesn't help and give us a little bit more of a literal fighting chance. Because I don't see us being able to get to a position where we're in a comfortable status quo to get this research sorted. But anyway, that's it. So I wish it was more positive. and we've got the Xenoflora bite again. Or is it these things? No, I can't get, I thought I demolished all these fields and thought I'll plant somewhere else and it'll prevent the blight, but it seems impossible to prevent the blight, which is a significant, oh no, she's going around wrecking stuff. So great, so now all this is ruined as well. I'm just going to remove the field. The stuff that's planted is planted, but I'm just going to have to remove the field. Maybe I'll go back and try and plant it here again and see if that helps. Crop rotation and all that. But these challenges as well, they make it very difficult to progress with only 2 people, as you can imagine. So we could be here, well, you know, indefinitely is the problem. The problem is we could be here indefinitely because it simply doesn't function. You could haul that undercover, please. That would be very good. I would prefer it if you did that than left it sitting out to rot. Okay, so it's day 16. The intention is that I will see you again in day 24. All things being. See you soon. Well, welcome back. It is day 24, and we have persevered We're, I mean, we're still not good. This is the short answer. We do have 130 pickled vegetables and 125 buttermelon. The emergency rations are down to 17. We lost some antibiotics along the way. We're at 55 now. These barrels are fermenting. I think once one of these barrels has saving a little bit of that stuff. I need. Where's Quinn harvesting that plant? I would like Quinn to do the tree. Wrong way around, team. Actually, I think, aren't you meant to be making pants? Did you make pants? Can Quinn has pants? And she has pants. Everybody, look at that. We'll pause there. Clothing. Clothing. I don't think that Daniel's jacket got saved. I don't think he rotted away. So everybody's clothed. That's a good start. I'm never gonna get that built. I moved this around a little bit. After we had that raid, this one they're not bothering through here. I'll leave these traps here because why not? But they seem to mostly come through here, and if I can trap them or at least flame them here, that would be good. In terms of defense, I think a bottleneck right about here would suffice. I think I need to leave this open so that someone can actually fuel it. We don't have much in the way of fuel, like I've said, as in zero, and we don't have any way to make fuel. I haven't even got into looking at research yet. They are so slow at everything. I perhaps forgot to mention her movement was now up to 75%, and his is up to 60, but it was down at 40. They were struck with lightning, and the result of that was he drafted or something? Oh, how did he get drafted? The result of being struck with lightning was the neural damage, and it slowed them down. So they're slowly getting a little bit better at it. These are all got blight. I need to wait for the blight to go away, I think, before I can replant. Right, let's see what this colony ship has to offer. Food, dried meat. I bet Quinn would love that. Doesn't have any. Oh, it does. It's got 150. Do we have anything to sell? They have veggie leather. They have lots of stuff. We have antibiotics, but not so much as we can sell 6 of those. That would get us the equivalent of 10k. What do we really think we need resource-wise? I think what we really need resource-wise is veggie leather. But we would need 40 of it. Would still leave us in the black. So let's do... Oh, we can't do it because we haven't got any fuel. Ha! Oh well. Never mind, I forgot to check that. We're out of fuel. So that's the end of that, don't worry about that. I would need to get into researching that palm oil. I suppose what I should probably do is just remove... hay cloth was what I was going to really need, wasn't it? I mean, electricity is great and all, but hay cloth, and we had fuel fermentation from insects, because insects kept coming around, right? But they seem to be a bit of a pain, whereas the palm oil possibly... Well, because that doesn't make fuel, but that does make fuel. No, I do need the fuel fermentation from insects. So hay cloth, because I think we can do that possibly quickly. We can start growing hay, which I think is easier and faster to grow than purple leaf. We can get purple leaf cloth and fuel fermentation. Not that when have I ever had the chance to do anything. So these people, she had cut some stuff down. Did she go and recover it all? She doesn't. She seems to. They seem to forget to finish the job because there's a whole lot of things out here from chopping down that purple leaf, and it just didn't do it. They just don't. No, I don't know. Mind you, I keep messing around because I'm absolutely micromanaging everything. I have to at the end of the day to sort them all out. That said, we've nearly built back our defenses to a situation that I feel a little bit happier about. We have nearly sorted. We were looking good, and then this happened. So this whole blight happened. So I probably need to plant some more of the turkeys, don't I? It seems to be just inevitable. It really does, absolutely inevitable. As soon as I plant them and they grow, they just get blight. Doesn't matter where I do it, how I do it. There doesn't seem to be a methodology that I've stumbled upon to stop it. I guess those are the ones that were left over. So here you go, whatever. We'll carry on with that. And now that everybody has clothes. Oh, look. There's some angry looking animals over there, which are not a million miles away. Don't really want anybody running around. This is what I mean, just when I think I've got myself into a situation where we are fine, I don't want you wandering about. I'm happy to undraft you, but I want you to be a little bit sensible about where you're going. Just when I was saying was just when I think I'm getting into the situation where I think I am happy, something like this happens, which means that there you go. There's an animal attack draft. I think we should probably. It's trying to find the right spot to lure the critters in without. Oh, he was already drafted. Draft. Because he only has a bow and arrow, would you believe? Well, you would believe, wouldn't you? Did have a crossbow, but then you need scrap. It broke or something. I don't know what happened to it. And here they come. The big mantis, these things are a problem. These things get stuck. These small things get flamed. So the other thing is they tend to come around this way through here. So we just need to kind of manage this. We'll see how it goes, shall we? I'll keep you in so you can watch how I'm managing these, micromanaging these fights. There we go. That was pretty successful, I would say. That one died. I know it died. Toast. The other one's trapped. Oh, here it comes. Excellent. Well, that was an easy win. That was so much easier than the last time. That is for sure. I mean, I dare say that I'm trying to get this insect stuff, so I'll put them down for butcher, but maybe we shall see how it goes. So there you go. So the issue is everything is very, very slow. Got some food product going, so that's great. Got some things broken, but less damage this time than there was last time, so we lost some wall, which is ultimately going to need repaired somewhere along the line. But that defense system looks good. Used up a bit of fuel, but I think we're okay. And if we could only sort out a little bit more food security, and a little bit more research, that will take us on. But we're going to finish this year not really very much further than last year. Question is this a status quo where we're just, because every year the insect attacks are going to get harder and harder. So are we going to get to a situation where we're just repeating ourselves year after year until we die? It could be. Don't know. Anyway, we've survived this far, and we'll see how we go. I will let you know if we make it another 12 days. See you soon. Kura team, welcome back. It is day 36, and we're alive. We've got some hungry pests which are eating our hay, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. And frankly, I've got better things to deal with, so I'm just ignoring them for right now. We survived the 2 insect attacks and an extreme heat wave. Somehow she's now got pneumonia, which is fine. We have antibiotics, and I've just set up another barrel to start on the antibiotics. So I'm sure she'll be okay. It's mild at the minute. I wonder if I can't. I know it's the time that it is. Could you possibly just deal with her before she gets any sicker? Sicker? More sick? Alright, now you can go to bed. Well, I didn't... never mind. Anyway, gosh. Trials and tribbles, huh? Researching. My word. We have finished researching hay cloth, which is great. Don't plant any more stuff, because they're just gonna... Why don't you handle this? Cook some veggie soup. They'll just keep eating the hay if you plant it. It's supposed to take, in terms of the research menu for hay cloth, I think we've got, what have we got? Stuff that we already have researched. Hay cloth doesn't tell you. Your 3-day max. 3-day max. I think it took a week. I think I started forcing her to do it whenever I could, every day, since day 24, or more or less. And it's taken forever. Bless her cotton socks. She's only intelligence level 3. Intellect 3. So, and look at them. They're both this is normal time. Wow. He is so slow. His movement is 60%. His manipulation is 60% because of his neural damage. She is up to full speed, which is great. He just doesn't seem to be getting any better. He just... Too many lightning strikes is not good for you, to be fair. I don't know, do these things ever go away? Do I have to send her out to shoot these things? I don't want you to plant, because the minute you get and plant, they're going to take our stuff. I tell you what, let me put you on pause. Let's, instead of you, why don't we harvest these bushes? No, that's harvest. Cancel that. Cancel that. Don't want to harvest. I mean, the spores are good and all. And I think we want cut bushes. Oh, it's not a bush, it's a grass. Cut other plants. Right, and then we'll say to her, go cut the grass, because then that will get us some hay. We'll not worry about these hungry pests for now, although, do they ever go away? I wonder. Although, now that I've sent her off to do that, look at the state of this lot. I can do that. And what's he doing? Wood. Don't think so. Why don't we get him to scavenge that instead? See if we can get some fuel. Because I'm a bit concerned. This is down to 0.3 hours. This is down to 0.5 hours. And these things work beautifully. So, what are they going to Quinn? Or are they just running for cover because of the toxic ash? Oh! I got some horrible feedback there for something. Don't know what the story with that was. Yeah, so there you go. So we need some... Why is she harvesting? I asked her to harvest that. Just... because she's having some kind of a meltdown or other. Anyway, the situation is that we're alive. We are alive. We are scavenging resources. We have hay, so we can actually make hay cloth, actually. So we can start making, because we're running out of clothes again. And we do need the clothes. It does save us from the effects of heat stroke. And we did have another heat event. That said, we're still deep in the dry season, so there's every possibility we'll get another extreme heat event. And having hats in particular, I think helps, but I think also having clothes helps. So being naked during an extreme heat event is probably not a good idea. Can we agree to that? I think we can agree to that. So we are alive. We are not super happy. We're still having breakdowns, but she has been cooking some food. You wouldn't believe me, because I think it has all gone off. I don't know where those things have gone, that they're dying. Over there, they're just dying because of this toxic gas situation. So, toxic ash situation. I don't want you to do that. I want you to craft cloth. So we are alive, but we need, the next thing on our list of things is the fuel fermentation. But what I would like to do is get a few more clothes made before I embark on that. Once I get that sorted, I think we are in a position to look at things like building this with 2 people. But I'm also conscious that I probably really seriously need to get to the Let's Explore long distance travel. That said, I need when you do that, you're left with 1 person, and that's gonna be a challenge, because I still really need both of them to handle the base as it currently stands. So anyway, that's the situation. The situation is that we're still alive. We're not exactly thriving, but as you can see, we have food, we have some resources, we have bits and pieces. So we're not exactly dead yet, but we aren't exactly super either. Can you craft? May as well get you crafting. Give it a go. Give it a go, why don't you? While she does a little bit of the old harvesty poo, and we'll see how we go. It looks like these are in production. Woo! Yeah. So we're alive. We're not dead. We're getting there. I will see you, but it's slow. I will see you at the end of the year. See you soon. Okay, kia ora again, team. Well, here we are, and it is New Year's Eve. Man, oh man, I cannot believe we have gotten through another year with only 2 people. But somehow we have managed to get through another year with 2 people, and we aren't dying. By which I mean, we have a bit of scrap, we have some hay, which keeps going off, so you need to use it fast. Purple leaf is going off, sticks don't need right now. We've got some wood, we've got a little bit of stone, we did have alloys. We built a new flamethrower and then we got attacked and 1 got destroyed. We got cloth, some of which are synthetic textiles, which we scavenged. We have nothing in the crafting materials, electronic components, but we have an awful lot of raw buttermelon and some pickled veggies. We have some emergency rations, which we scavenged. And we have some antibiotics and some first aid kits, although we're in serious need of bandages, which is queued up next. Kana seems to be out in the field vomiting, which is just choice, really. Yeah, so blimey, we are still alive, which is slightly miraculous. One of the things I will say is these defenses work well for almost all of the baddies. I will need to get this thing built, and I don't believe that I have enough alloys for that. I don't need you to be cutting though. Maybe I need you. Why don't you have a stab at crafting? Oh no, she's gonna have a stab at crafting. Why doesn't he have a stab at research? Seeing as well, why not? His research skill is dreadful, but then so is hers. So yeah, this seems to work well for most things. The really big ones are problematic in terms of the mantis, because they're just so tough. Really need to be very careful about the fact that that might change an awful lot when her laser pistol runs out, and we need to craft another weapon for her and his bow. We have crafted up just enough clothes to keep them clothed, which is a win, but we're probably going to need some more. Everybody keeps getting sick. I think it's just the level of stress and everything else. So I'm trying to stay ahead of it. We've got a little bit of reserves. Trying to get this fuel fermentation thing along. We're at 26%. If we can get that, we can look at getting some fuel fermented for the next trade ship, because we've had a couple of trade ships come through and we've got no fuel to send anything for them. Also, once we have fuel, we can do the look, there's a smuggler. We can do the long distance travel with the possibility of rescuing someone, and when someone is rescued we can have a third person, and that third person will help, and even a fourth person. This is not about minimum people. If we have 6 people, I honestly don't care, because I can make this community as big as I want. It's about making money. It absolutely is not about saving money, and it's not about rescuing people. So if I think they probably need a wage. I don't know how it works. Anyway, that's the situation, and we will get to that when we need to get to it. So we're not dead. We're not. Are we struggling? I don't think I would say we're struggling. I'm a bit worried about the attacks once we run out of the laser pistol, because it is really helping. And I sincerely hope that in scavenge, I keep getting him to scavenge these things or salvage these things, on the vague hope that we may run across one. We have run across laser weapons and laser pikes and things in the past, scavenging at higher level. So I don't know. And the smugglers come through, but this one doesn't have. He has, what has he got there? Synthetic leggings, 13,000. Yeah, that would cost us all of our money. They would be very unhappy if we did that. So we have, and that is emergency rations. None of this matters because I can't send the pod up anyway. Yeah, so anyway, we got here. We have this, which is grand. I can, in theory, I've got the foundations laid, but other priorities. Mostly repair. So you see we've run out of stone. I'm going to have to start going around these big rocks here, around the edge of this pond. I don't think you can cut down any of these things. I think you can cut down this tree, which is monstrous. Look at it. 250 wood. I might do that just on the basis it's in the way. Yeah, so we've got a lot of wood and things. We've got a lot of stone and things. I need to get this fuel situation sorted. We don't need a lot of fuel. We need enough fuel for these things, and we need enough fuel for that. But we do need fuel. So that is my priority. I'm a little worried. These are really low. One big attack and we could be toast. So I'm not sure about that. On the other front, if you get attacked by flying creatures, because I did get attacked by flying creatures, and the first time they did it, they killed me. And I thought, well, hang on a minute, how's that going to work? So I went and hid in the woods. Oh, look, a new piece. I went and hid in the big woods. I went over here and hid in the woods. They can't attack you from. They have an acid spit attack, so they can't attack you from the air, and they're real soft on the ground. So if you get attacked by flying things, they don't attack your base. They attack you. Run into the woods, hide in the woods, and they'll land on the ground. They're easy to kill. Not a problem. But I have a feeling that I'm gonna get something like nasty and horrible. So I don't know. We're still here. We're still alive. We're still trying our best, but it is still very much an uphill, very uphill struggle. But we have not lost yet, and I'm not prepared to call it a lose until at least one more of the team is dead. So I think when we're down to one person, it becomes effectively pointless, because one person cannot do enough to keep themselves going out here. It is simply not possible. It's struggle enough with two, with one impossible. So there you go. Perseverance, not perfection. That is the system. And for every hour that we keep going, we keep learning something new, like how to avoid aerial attacks being detrimental to our health. We learn about the structures that work best as a defensive feature. We learn where to put our people during attacks. We learn when to stop planting, when to begin planting, how important it is to get clothes, etc, etc, etc. So every hour we play is a learning experience, and while we may not be progressing the farm valiantly forwards, we are getting somewhere, and we shall see. So there you go. Blimey, it's been an uphill struggle. This is what it's like on hard mode, and I'm not prepared to quit. I hope you aren't prepared to quit. So do drop us a like, do subscribe, show the love for the perseverance, and I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now. PlayStation